I just farmed the cow level for 24 hours for a total of 300 runs. Did I find anything good? Let's find out. And that was all done online on Ladder Season 14. I got huge upgrades in these runs, but this is the gear that I started with. Crescent Moon, Griffin with a light colossal jewel, an amulet giving 1 to skill, 10 FCR and 20 magic find, Spirit Monarch, Viper Magi with a light facet, 36 magic find chances, a Stone of Jordan, Arachnid Mesh, another Stone of Jordan, War Travelers with 47 magic find, and a very low CTA in my weapon swap with a lidless wall. I was also using a 31 magic find Guide, a renewed Light Sunder, a 1613 Annihilus, a 1712 Torch, and a bunch of small charms for additional magic find and resists. That brings me to 187 magic find. My build is Nova Energy Shield Sorceress and my mercenary is using an Insight, Fortitude, and Andy's Visage. With that being said, let's get into it. My first drop was on run 5. A normal cow next to the Cow King dropped a very nice rune. A pool rune. It's not a high rune at all, but it's still very nice to find. Then on run 11, a normal cow dropped a very good unique ring. What is it going to be? Raven Frost, and with 200 attack rating and 19 to dexterity. 3 runs later on run 14, the Cow King dropped a pretty good unique Death Mask. This is Blackhorn's Face. The slow target by 20% and 20 light absorb make this sound very useful against the Ubers. Then on run 16, the Cow King dropped something again, a unique armor. Duriel Shell. With the very high resists, bonus to life and can't be frozen stat, this is a very good budget armor for Act 2 mercenaries. 12 runs later on run 28, a unique cow dropped another armor. A unique Kraken Shell. Leviathan. This is one of the items with the highest physical damage reduction in the entire game. On run 32, a poppable dropped something very cool, a unique helm. This is Steel Skull, and it's F, and it even rolled with the highest magic find of 50. This is not endgame at all, but still very good for a low-level mercenary. 3 runs later on run 35, the Cow King dropped a unique Battle Belt. Snowclash. This is a very good option for a Blizzard Sorceress. On run 45, a normal cow dropped the item with the highest amount of deadly strike in the game, a unique battle sword, Head Striker. At level 99, that goes up to 149 deadly strike. On run 49, a normal cow dropped a very good unique Grim Shield. Lidless Wall. This is the best shield in the game for a Nova Sorceress. 4 runs later on run 53, I found a unique armor that we found just before, a unique Kraken Shell. Leviathan, again, but this one rolled a little bit better than the first. Then on run 55 I found something else from a poppable. A very cool rune this time. An rune. Again, it's not a high rune, but it's still a very nice find. On run 61, a skeleton archer minion in Tristram dropped a unique amulet. What is it going to be? Atma's Scarab. The chance to cast amplify damage on striking with the bonus to attack rating make it a pretty good choice for throw barbarians and boazons. Then on run 63, I found my biggest upgrade yet. A normal cow dropped a magic Grand Charm, giving 1 to lightning skills. Yes! The first killer I find in these runs is exactly the one that I need. That's a crazy find. By the way, it would be amazing to reach 10,000 subscribers by the end of this season. So if you like videos like this, please click on the subscribe button. That would mean a lot to me. Thank you very much for your support. On run 66, a normal cow dropped one of the best loves in the game for physical characters. Laying of Hands. This is not a rare item at all, but still very nice to find. And later in the same run, a poppable dropped a set item and a unique item at the same time. And like I said in my Enigma video, this is why I never ignore the poppables. The unique longsword is not very good, but the set item is Tall Russia Weapon, but unfortunately it rolled only 2 to 1. Then on the next run, 67, a normal cow dropped another very cool Grand Charm, and this one gives 1 to combat skills for barbarians. On run 69, the Cow King dropped the item with the highest amount of all resist in the entire game, Wizard Spike. This gives a total of 300 resist points. On the next run, on run 70, a normal cow dropped a pretty good low-level bow for Amazons. Cliff Killer. The damage is very good for a level 41 bow, and the knockback effect can be very useful. 8 runs later on run 78, the Cow King dropped one of the best helm in the game for physical characters. Guillaume's Face, La Face Fatiguée. Then on run 84, a normal cow dropped another pretty good magic Grand Charm, giving 1 to martial arts for assassins with 21 extra gold. 2 runs later on run 86, a normal cow dropped another charm, but a small one this time, giving 7 magic find with 3 cold resist. The resist could have rolled much higher, but finding a 7 magic find small charm with any amount of resist is always nice. On the next run, 87, the Cow King dropped a unique staff giving a huge amount of magic find and bonus to mana. Skull Collector. I don't think this is part of any specific builds, but it's still a very cool item to find. Then on run 93, the Cow King dropped something else, a unique Partisan. Pierre Tombal Couant. That's a very good weapon for Echoing Strike Warlocks. On run 101, the Cow King dropped a set item that can only drop in the secret cow level. Cow King's Boots, 30 faster run walk with very good fire damage, 20 to dexterity, and 25 magic find. These boots are amazing for a low level character. And in the same run, a normal cow dropped another set item that can only be found in the cow level. Cow King's Armor. I didn't find any of these items in 100 runs, and now I find 2 in the same run. That's crazy. Then on run 105, a Carver Shaman in Tristram dropped one of the most sought after armor in the entire game early ladder. Viper Magi, and it rolled with 30 all resist, which is very good. Then I traded my amazing rare boots that I found in my previous video for a Sur and a Low rune. And I know this may seem very cheap, but I've been asking for a bear or a jaw rune for about a week now, and this is the first offer I received. Then I made another trade for my biggest upgrade yet, a Sur rune with a Low, an Ohm, a Gold, and 6 Ist for a 46 light resist infinity. From now on, my runs will be much faster. On run 110, a unique cow dropped a set Grand Matron bow for Amazons. Mavina's Caster. This is not in game at all, but always nice to find. Then on the next run, 111, a normal cow dropped a very good weapon for Sorceress. Escuta's Temper. It rolled with 3 to all skills, but unfortunately very low light and fire damage. On run 113, a normal cow dropped the armor with the highest amount of magic find in the entire game. Scolders. With an Ist rune that can give up to 148 magic find. On run 110, a normal cow dropped a very nice small charm, giving 3 to max damage with 14 attack rating and 4 magic find. It could have rolled much higher, but it's my first time seeing a small charm with this combination of stats. 12 runs later on run 132, a unique cow dropped a very nice rune that we found before. An Om rune. It's a nice find, but it was hard to believe that in 132 runs, my highest rune was still an Om rune. Thankfully, a much higher rune will drop very soon. 2 runs later on run 134, the Cow King dropped a very good weapon for Sorceress, a unique swirling crystal. The Oculus. 3 to skills, 30 FCR, 20 vitality and energy, 20 all res, with 5 mana after each kill and 50 magic find. This is by far one of the best budget Sorceress weapon. Then in the same run, a normal cow dropped something else for Sorceress, a unique battle belt that we found before. Snow Clash, but this time it rolled with very low enhanced defense. Then on run 141, a normal cow dropped a very good magic Grand Charm, giving 1 to elemental skills for druids with some minimal poison damage. On the next run, 142, a normal cow dropped some very good set heavy bracers. Trang Gloves. This is one of the best gloves in the game for casters. 2 runs later on run 144, a normal cow dropped another very good magic Grand Charm. This one gives 1 to Eldritch skills, skiller number 5. And 30 seconds later in the same run, a normal cow dropped a unique champion sword, Doombringer. That was a very good weapon back in Lord of Destruction about 20 years ago. On the next run, 145, a normal cow dropped a very good small charm, giving 4 all resists. It's not 5, but it's still an amazing find. Then on run 146, a Poppable dropped another very good small charm, and this one gives 11 poison resist. I will probably use this one until the very end of the season. On run 154, the Cow King dropped 2 of his own set items at the same time, a War Hat and some heavy boots. The War Hat is Cow King's Horns, which is unfortunately not as good as the 2 other pieces. I now have the entire set. The second item is Cow King's Boots, that we found before. Then in the same run, a normal cow dropped some unique winged axes. Lacerator. This is one of the best weapons in the game for a throw barbarian. Then on run 161, a unique cow dropped a pretty good unique dragon shield with a lot of offensive properties. Tiamat's Rebuke, but unfortunately it rolled with only 27 all resist. Then in the same run, a normal cow dropped a very good unique belt, Verdungo's Harticord. The very high bonus to vitality with the replenished life and physical damage reduction make this belt especially good for hardcore players. On the next run, 162, the Cow King dropped some pretty good set Demon Hide gloves, Horizon's Gloves. This can be pretty good for Enchant Sorceress. Then on run 163, a Champion Carver Shaman in Tristram dropped a Sorceress item that we found before, the Oculus. That's a very nice find. 2 runs later on run 165, the Cow King dropped something else for Sorceress, another Swirling Crystal that we found before, Tal Rasha Lidless Eye, but this time it rolled perfect with 222. Then on run 171, a normal cow dropped a very good magic Grand Charm, giving 1 to summoning skills for necromancers. 10 runs later on run 181, I found a magic jewel, my first jewel of season 14 with 40 enhanced damage. It doesn't have very high trade value without the increased attack speed, but it's still a very cool find. Then on the next run, 182, something crazy happened. A normal cow dropped a small charm, giving perfect 20 to life and 11 poison resist. This is one of the best small charm I've ever found. But what makes this run even crazier is that right after finding this charm, I opened the poppable right next to it, and another small charm dropped. And this one gives 7 magic find with 9 to attack rating. It's not as good as the first one, but a 7 magic find small charm is always nice to find. 2 runs later on run 184, a normal cow dropped a pretty good rune for me. My highest rune yet. A gold rune. Yes! Not a very high rune, but I was still very happy to find it. Then on run 186, the Cow King dropped a pretty good budget weapon for Act 2 mercenaries. A unique ogre axe. Bone Hoop. Level 16 bone spare deals about 150 damage, and the 2 open sockets make this weapon very versatile. 5 runs later on run 191, I found another very good magic grand charm. This one gives 1 to poison and bone skills for necromancers with 13 to life. That's a very nice killer. On run 196, a unique cow dropped a new item for warlocks, a set codex. Horizon Secrets, and it rolled with very high bonus to life but very low vitality. Then on run 204, a chest dropped something that we found not too long ago, a unique ogre axe. Bone Hoop, and this time it rolled with almost perfect enhanced damage. On the next run, 205, I found another unique weapon for Act 2 mercenaries, a unique Thresher. The Reaper's Toll, it rolled with 14 lifesteal but unfortunately very low enhanced damage. And in the same run, a normal cow dropped another pretty good magic jewel, giving 40 enhanced damage again, but this time with 11 max damage. That's not increased attack speed, but still very good. Then on run 211, a normal Carver and Tristram dropped a very nice magic Grand Charm, giving 1 to elemental skills for druids with 7 to life. Not too bad. On the next run 212, I found another magic Grand Charm, and this one is much better, giving 1 to cold skills for sorceress. That's a very nice find. Then on run 213, the Cow King dropped another new item for warlocks, a set russet armor. Horizon's Dominion, but unfortunately it didn't roll very good. On the next run to 14, a unique cow dropped a quite uncommon item, a unique Berserker Axe. Death Cleaver. The very high amount of deadly strike makes this weapon very powerful. Then on run 217, a poppable dropped a nice rune that we found before. An rune for the 3rd time now. But then 3 runs later on run 220, I found a much higher rune from another poppable. A gold rune. Yes, that's a very nice find. On run 228, a unique cow dropped another very uncommon weapon, a unique champion axe. Messerschmitt's Reaver. This is one of the items that gives the highest bonus to attack rating in the entire game. On the next run, 229, a unique skeleton archer in Tristram dropped a very good unique belt that we found before, Verdungo's Harticord, but this one rolled with very low vitality and 13 physical damage reduction. And in the same run, a unique cow dropped something amazing, a unique Death Mask. Hellwarden's Will, and with perfect -8 enemy fire and magic resist. This is an absolutely crazy drop, and I didn't record the trade, but I traded it for a low rune a few minutes after. 3 runs later on run 232, a normal cow dropped a new set item for warlocks, a set demon head. Horizon's Helm, and it rolled pretty good with 18 to strength and 10 damage reduction. On run 235, a unique cow dropped a very good bow for low-level boazons, a unique cedar bow. Kuko Shakaku. If you find this in normal difficulty as a boazon, you are overpowered. Then on run 239, I got a crazy drop from a really unexpected place. Yes, Rakanishu dropped a Shaco. Yes! Probably the most sought after item in the entire game early in the season. That's an amazing find. Please let me know in the comments if you think I should make a video grinding Rakanishu. 5 runs later on run 244, a chest dropped something very nice, some unique mesh boots. Silkweave. These boots are very good for Nova Sorceress and Javazons. Then on run 248, a champion Carver Shaman in Tristram dropped something very good for Boazons. Witch Wild String. The chance to cast amplified damage on striking with the very high deadly strike, all resist and 2 open sockets make this bow a lot more powerful than it seems. On the next run, 249, I found something else in Tristram. A normal Carver monster dropped a very good small charm, giving 20 to life and 6 fire resist. The resist could have rolled a little bit higher, but it's still a very nice find. Then on run 255, I found my first Chronicle item of these runs. A normal cow dropped a unique short staff. Bane Ash. To illustrate how rare this item is, Shaco has a drop rate of about 1 in 1.7 million from a normal cow, and Bane Ash has about 1 in 27.6 million, so I'm very happy to check this item off my Chronicle. But this run is not over. 2 minutes later in the same run, I found this. A low rune. Yes! Finally! My first high rune in 255 runs. Not gonna lie, I was starting to lose hope, but it finally happened. On run 263, a normal cow next to the Cow King dropped a very good small charm. giving 11 fire resist with 4 magic find. The magic find could have been a little bit higher, but I won't complain. 5 runs later on run 268, I found a very good unique shield from a chest. This is Moser's Blessed Circle, with 2 perfect diamonds that give 63 all resist, which is very good. Then on run 272, a normal cow dropped a very nice magic Grand Charm, giving 14 all resist. This is a very good find and I traded it for an Ist rune a few minutes after. On run 279, I found another Chronicle item, this time in Tristram. A champion skeletal archer dropped a unique club. Fell Oak. Again, I'm very happy to take this item off my Chronicle. On run 297, a unique cow next to the Cow King dropped a unique shield that we found before, Tiamat's Rebuke, but this time it rolled with 32 all resist. On run 299, a normal cow dropped a very good magic Grand Charm, and this one gives 1 to Eldritch skills for warlocks, skiller number 10. And my biggest upgrade came right after I was done with the cows. I wanted to upgrade my Light Sunder, but good Sunders are very expensive, so I decided to trade a low rune for a latent Light Sunder to try my luck and upgrade it myself. And I got this. Perfect minus 10 enemy light resist with 24 faster hit recovery and very high mana. This is an absolutely insane roll and it's worth approximately 5 to 10 jaw runes and maybe even more. But I will not trade it. I will keep it for myself and use it in my next videos. And that's it. I found absolutely crazy stuff in these runs. A Shaco, an almost perfect Hellwarden's Will, some very nice runes, some GG charms, and a lot more. That video was a ton of fun to make and I hope it was also fun to watch. If you like videos like this, please click on the subscribe button. I have a lot more videos coming. Massive thanks to all the channel members for supporting the channel. Thank you so much for all the support. And thanks to all of you for watching this video until the end. And as always, happy grinding.